No.
Hello, everyone. You are joining me with the most beautiful side of this relationship, my wife, Callie.
Hello.
I gave her a mic. I told her she has to wear it. Yes, please wear it, because they won't be able to hear it. I am wearing one right here.
Fine.
This isn't a marriage counseling live event.
I didn't know you had one. I didn't want to be the only one here.
Okay. Anyways, we're talking about work-life balance today. Now, I know we're bombarded by the media and all these quotes and videos telling us that we have to be on all day and all night to be successful. You've got to do this. You've got to work 80 hours, or you're not going to be happy. You're not going to have money. You're not going to be successful in anything you do. And it's what type of success are you going for? Yeah, you can be successful doing it that way, but will you have an enjoyable life? I would guess probably not.
No.
You wouldn't have time to enjoy your life or your money. Anyways, this is about finding that balance.
Tell you what, if he's working 80 hours, I am not happy.
I see. Anyways, I'll tell you right now, some of the most successful people that I know, they work hard. They get up early. They get the things done they need to get done, but then they also block out that time to enjoy their life, their family, their recreational activities, to recharge their batteries. And it's important. Everyone needs that time to rewind and uncharge and just be themselves around their families. Even though our kids...
To recharge, to get that motivation again, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, with kids, those with kids, I know recharging batteries after work sometimes doesn't work well, because they take a lot out of you. But
it's a different kind of unwind, right?
That's right.
You gotta let go of that work mindset and get into dad mode.
That's right. I get caught up on doing too many things, and I'm on my computer, and Callie has to come down and slap me once in a while. And just the other day, I caught myself working, and I knew I had to go out late to work with my team a little bit. And I could hear my boys outside and my daughter outside. And I just had a quick thought thinking, you got to go out and do something with them. They haven't seen you all day besides the morning when you left. So I put everything away. I went outside, put my phone on airplane mode, took it, left it inside as well. And we got on the trampoline, we wrestled for a good half an hour, and it was fun. They beat the crap out of me, but it was fun. So it was a good way for me to recharge my batteries before I went out to work.
Well, and we didn't even talk about this, but that was something that I noticed, and I would have been like hey Spencer, you need to go play with your kids, but he was already ahead of the game, and that led to me being able to, okay, I can take a breath for a minute. I can do something for myself, or just I wanted to enjoy them, but not wrestle. I can't wrestle so much these days.
We're expecting our fourth and second little girl, so we're excited for that next month.
But I was able to just go outside and weed a little bit and be part of that while, just getting to enjoy his little time with the kids too. And that was nice for me to be able to see.
So, and I'm not perfect. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and I go to bed feeling like a failure sometimes as a father, and that my company's running me, and it shouldn't be that way. So there's a few points I want to hit today, just to help myself, number one, and you all that are going to be watching this, to learn a little bit more about work-life balance. And I found a few points on entrepreneur.com, and then some are just the ones that I've been coached on through my coach, Mike Campion, and just from personal experience as well. So first we need to understand what balance actually means. And there's a definition I actually just want to read verbatim because it's great, and I found this on entrepreneur.com, so I'm not plagiarizing. Stand straight up with your feet a little ways apart. Now lean over significantly in the right. Are you still standing? I hope so. You haven't lost your balance, even though your right foot is taking significantly more weight. This just goes to show the balance doesn't mean equal. Sometimes either work or your personal life takes more weight, depending on what's going on in that moment, and it's okay. And I like that, because not every day is going to be equal. Not every day am I going to have time to spend an hour outside, with my kids. But even just if you can find those little moments to do that, or those little moments to do what helps you recharge and helps you enjoy your life, that's huge. And then for me, another point for me is let go. If I could talk today, Kel, letting go of the fear. Sometimes I come home from work and I'm in my office in my house and I'm thinking, oh man, I still have 3 or 4 more things to get done, and Callie's yelling at me because I gotta get. She doesn't yell at me, but she abuses me. Anyways, there's dinner on the table, and I'm in my head. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't get everything done I needed to get done today. I'm a failure. But then I've got to really think, shoot, things are going to be there tomorrow morning. The business isn't going to die overnight. I can just relax, keep calm, and carry on. So that's a big one right there. Is let go of that fear. Just like on Frozen, we sing that to our daughter every night. Let it go. Let it go. Anyways, Callie, why don't you talk about this third one we're here to talk about?
Well, scheduling important personal activities is important. Like, for instance, date night. This guy's taking me on a date tomorrow night, as long as I can find a babysitter. Those kind of things are important to just maintain a happy home, to maintain your own, sanity a little bit, to be able to let go of everything at work and come home. And with owning your own business, it's kind of a hard thing to do sometimes, but it's definitely something that needs to be a priority, and you need to schedule time for yourself, whether it's, booking a massage, whatever helps you to relax and unwind and come back stronger to your business or whatever goals you've set for yourself.
Yeah, and even if you don't own your own business and you're under strict guidelines and deadlines and you've got a boss that's just riding you, you still have to make time to recharge, or you're not going to be any good to your boss or your company. So, and just like with me, there's times that I run myself ragged and I wake up the next morning and I have to pry my eyes open, and creativity wise is gone when I'm trying to make content or do anything to help my team. I'm not effective. So it's important to set that time aside for your personal activities. And setting boundaries. This is one thing I'm sure she's going to look at me and stare me down for. But if customers or colleagues thinks it's okay to call you at 11 p.m. Because they need something, they will. You need to set up firm boundaries and when you're available and when you're not. My company, we are a nighttime running company, and I have answered many phone calls in the evening hours, but we have processes in place and managers in place to handle that type of thing, and I've just got to be able to trust that they can handle it and know that everything is going to be fine when I wake up and it's not going to be burnt to the ground. So that's one thing I'm doing better at. I know Heath Braverman and I talked about it a few videos ago, is just setting some boundaries and that doing stuff like that.
Someday we won't get a call after 6 o'clock.
That would be nice. It'd be nice. Anyways, you want to talk about this one?
Sorry.
Limit your work hours.
Well, I think that kind of goes along with the last one a little bit, right? Setting your boundaries, limiting your work hours. I mean, if you really laser focus your time and efforts into those specific work hours that you set aside, I think you're more productive. Limiting your work hours is also just part of your boundaries, knowing that, okay, like I'm home at 6 o'clock, period. Like, even if he does receive those phone calls, he knows that I worked my full 8, 10, whatever hours it was that day, and that's all you can do. And I mean, he's got a quote here just saying that Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook, she's a big deal. She spent years leaving work at 5:30 to have dinner with her children. And if she can do it, why can't you?
I like that a lot, because we're all busy. We all have things we got to accomplish at work, but we've got to make that time to break. And that's not to say emergencies don't happen. That's okay. Emergencies happen. There's times I've run out, at midnight or whatever, just to get something taken care of, and that's okay once in a while. But really try to limit your work. And then what she said about laser focus, and a few videos ago we talked about this as well, is using your calendar to block out times during the day. I don't know how many times I have worked a full day just to look back and wonder, what did I accomplish? But when I block out my times, and I use a calendar that has half an hour increments, and when I'm blocking out those times, I've got major, ADD issues, and I get distracted. But I know if I'm blocking out my time, I put my phone on silent, and I'm only checking my phone every couple hours for texts and emails. I know I can get stuff done. And so many times we get distracted by a text over here, a call over there, an email that needs attention. But if we set up boundaries and saying you're going to check emails at 9 a.m. and we're going to check them again at 3 p.m. and same with phone calls, and people get to know that, that's going to help. And you will look back and see, oh shoot, I had my time blocked out, I got everything done, and what an awesome feeling I think it is for me to be able to look back, check everything off, thinking awesome. Or even if I didn't get one done and I had to move it over to the next day, that works great for me. So
that's cool. It just reminds me of like you're talking about a calendar there, and probably blocking off certain goals in your week, but you can even do that by the hour. And really say, I've got 3 hours to get this done, period. Like, it's gonna get done.
Yeah,
laser focus
for sure. And if you have the ability and extra cash to do so, consider hiring or delegating household tasks. Now, I know some of my friends and family would think this is a complete swear word, to spend money on things that you can do yourself, but it's important that you do that if you have the ability to do so. Or if you have kids, they're in working range, any kid from 2 years old or up can push a lawnmower. Anyways, Two
might be stretching it.
It might be
the
stretching.
7-year-old could handle it.
7-year-old. Or if you happen to have that 30-year-old child that's still living at home, it may be time to delegate them to go mow the lawn or do some stuff around the house that's causing you extra work when you get home from your busy day at work. That's a perfect thing. You delegate it to your children, or you hire it out to a company. We don't do residential cleaning, so don't call us about that. But we do know people that do that. But you hiring that stuff out, and then you're blocking out time to have that personal activities blocked out, and then you go do that while someone's either taking care of those tasks, or you're paying someone to take care of those tasks, and it's okay. Wise man and my coach has said to me, if you have an issue, of a problem, and that problem requires money, and you have money, you shouldn't have a problem. And I understand a lot of people take pride in doing stuff themselves, and that's great. If that's your therapy, do it. That's awesome. But if you're one of those people that, and in the construction world, they say measure twice and cut once. If I try to do construction, it would be measure 10,000 times and cut, 3,000 times, because I would drive myself insane. Callie would, leave me home and go do stuff on her own to have her peace of mind.
I do.
And I just know that's not my cup of tea. So I hire that stuff out. Hire the professionals. Makes it a lot easier on your life, and you get that balance you want. Anyways, last thing. If you're either cleaning your office yourself after work, or you're having to come in early just to check on how well your cleaning service did. That's making sure that it'll be acceptable to your clients, or if you're constantly on the phone complaining to your cleaning service, this is something that we could help you with. This is something also that's taking up your time and messing up with your work-life balance. So in recap, let's take baby steps. Start small. Crash diets don't work. Moving from going to run 5 miles when you've never ran a mile, that's not going to be pleasant. Going from an 80-hour work week down to a 40-hour work week overnight, that doesn't end well. So baby steps. Start with just carving out an hour or two to enjoy friends, family, or your recreation. Just do you. And then in closing, you'll never feel truly satisfied by work until you are satisfied by life. And that was by Heather Schuck. And perfect quote to end on, because you've got to have that balance. You've got to be happy with life. You've got to be happy with work. And if you're wanting more information about work-life balance and how we can help you, message us. Private message us on Facebook, or put a message below this feed, and we'd love to help you. So until next time, thanks, Callie, for coming.
You're welcome.
I'm sure this will get a lot more views because she's a lot more pleasant to look at than I am. So and we'll chat with you later.